again, check the Sound Sangoma. Welcome to the Village Show. This is an special episode. As you can see, we're in the village. For those who've been asking why we're calling this show the Village Show, you know, this is because this is where the show was inspired. You know, behind me in the Shitangani, you already know what it is, man. This is a very, very special show. You know, we're not gonna be following regular programming, but we're gonna be doing the Village Show as always. You know, some of the things that I've talked about in the Village Show was based on this place where I'm at right now. This is Doridori Village in Limpopo, Venda. Today I'm going to be going around just showing you the village, talking about some of the challenges and some of the good things about the village. And I'm going to be taking you through the village, you know, just to show you what's going on. Probably show you my family, where I stay, you know, show you the heart where everything started. You know, and everything that I've spoken about in the village show. I hope you're having a very, very good new year. Happy New Year, happy 2023. I hope you guys are enjoying with your family, or you have enjoyed with your family whenever you're gonna be watching the show. And I hope you're gonna be following. As you can see, it's really, really hot. It's still early in the morning. We outside though, you know, we're gonna be giving you this content. Like I said, I'm gonna be going around and just showing you the village, probably speaking to some of the people in the village just to find out what's going on in the village, where's the village and the development in the village, and some of the challenges that I've given you just to show you in the video, so that when we cry, you know what we're crying about, and then when we celebrate, you know what we're celebrating about. Again, thank you very much for watching this content. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for being with me all the time. Thank you for liking my videos and sharing my videos. Welcome to the village. This is the village. As you can see, a lot of people farming. It's developing slowly but surely. We still have a lot of issues, but the issues have been dealt with or being communicated. But as you can see, it's a very, very small village. You know, it's a mix of, you know, different kind of like statuses of people. People who have a little bit and people who don't have anything. It's really a problem right now here, and not only just in this community, in the whole Ward 37 is water. You know, people might have water, some people don't have water, because some people have water at their houses, but the public water, for example, this tap right here, as you can see, it has been damaged. There's nothing happening here. Even if we open it, there's no water. And this is the water we actually use to help our animals. You know, when they come back, animals come and drink water here. You know, so when you ask the question, why don't we have water? Apparently the government is not supplying diesel because they're changing a tender. And this has been happening for more than, and like I said before, the people here rely on cows, rely on goats. It's important for the goats and the cows to actually have water, but they don't have water, which means now they're gonna have to go graze very, very far or try to find water in the jungle, you know, which then becomes dangerous, because now we have another problem of people who are actually stealing the cows. But at the end of the village, you know, is jungles all the way to the it's like jungles on top of those mountains there, and then there's other villages on the other side. It's empty, as you can see. So again, another tap nothing on it, broken. Government is doing nothing, nobody's talking about it. And here we are. Our cows don't have water, our goats don't have water. But there's nothing we can do about it. Shop, this is where we buy everything. So we like to take this moment again. On the village show, we always have our Kasi superhero, Mr. Nejibambe. Thank you very much for this. This is the shop that we buy from. For a long time, he's been helping people, and for that, he deserves the Kasi superhero. This is Dori Dori Supermarket. I grew up here and he's still here, and we appreciate it. Been here, I know it has been here more than 33 years because I've been alive for 33 years and I know this store. And we appreciate Mr. Nechibambe for this, because this is very, very important for the community. This is where we get, whatever we need. And he's been helping people for a long time. The old ladies, who stays here, they come here to actually buy whatever they need to buy. So it's a very, very important monument for us here at Dori Dori village, and we appreciate Mr. Nechibambe for everything that he has done for the community, and he keeps on doing for the community, for the jobs he has created, for the families he has helped, and bringing things closer to the community. This is very, very important and very, very wonderful to have in the village, and we'll keep on supporting them and supporting him for everything that he's doing for us, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. As I've mentioned, the community is a agricultural community, so cows, goats are a very, very important thing here. I found if it depends. So I don't know what is the English word of the structure here, but this is where the cows come. For example, if they have ticks, they dip here. If you want to sell your cow, kill your cow, you bring it here. It's kind of like a crawl, kind of like structure. Bring it here. If your cows have problems and you want to give them injections, you bring them here. This is a community structure. It was built by a government long time ago. As you can see, for example, if you want to load a cow into a truck, this is where you will come and actually load the cow into a truck. These things are very, very important for the local business, local farmers. Again, there's a little bit of a problem where, the farmers and the people who have livestock are not really getting support. In terms of getting the right medicine for their cows, the medication, their cows are not going to be able to get help, So it's important for structures, for government structures, for our councillors and, people to help, because most household here, they do have cows, but they don't have the money to maintain them, so they rely on the government to actually supply things like this, to make sure that the communities are cool. So this is what we're fighting for. This is what we want to see. This is what we want, our community to be helped with, so that they don't have to struggle, they don't have to suffer.
Shout out to my people in the hood, one day to the Boba. Shout out to my people in the hood, one day to the Boba. 615243.
To the school. This is the primary school, this is where I studied my primary school from grade 1 till grade 7. Right now the school is not operating. The government said because it doesn't have a certain number of kids, they won't be able to maintain it. So what they did was, that's transport right there. In bad condition, but at least it was a school. As a community, we have neglected the school. We don't look after the school, as you can see. So I had a proposal. So look at this. The gate has been broken. Anybody can go in there. So you can see there's holes in there. At least there's a chain. I apologize for going in here, but this for a good reason. So this is my primary school, Noridori Primary School. I studied here. So this tree that you see here, I studied under this tree because there was never enough classes. So I studied under this tree, and those were there who go in there. I started grade 6 under this tree. We used to bring benches here, sit here, and actually study here. So me, this is where I studied, you know. This tree I remember very, very clearly. My grade 3 and my grade 4 was under a tree. Those were the two classes. This is the school that I went to. This tree that's behind me, this is where I studied my grade 6. Those are the classes which I will show you now what's going on now. There's a lot of vandalism that's going on. The community is not taking charge of the school. Nobody's speaking about the school. This is the school that I actually wrote a proposal, sent it to the councillors, sent it to the MEC of Education and all of the stakeholders for us to be able to turn this building into a community center, actually an entertainment center for kids, where I will come and volunteer and help kids understand things like filmmaking, making music, singing, news, all of those entertainment things and creative studies that they can come as an extracurricular activity after school. I haven't gotten any reply. Nobody has come back to me. Only one lady came back to me and she was telling me that she's no longer part of that department. Sorry guys, it's really, really hot, you know. So this is the building that I'm looking for. I'm looking for funds to help me come and take over this school, make it an entertainment center for kids where we can teach kids dance, art, you know. I can teach them sound engineering, I can teach them how to make music, you know. We can actually even do videos, we can do dramas, we can do films here, you know. But and this is my point of trying to prove to you guys that sometimes we cry a lot and blame the government, but sometimes we are to blame, because we do have, don't get me wrong, the school is old, but the building can be reused. As a community, we can do something to try help our kids. Really, this is really emotional for me to see this. So you can see the damage of the building. There's nothing left. The doors have been taken. You know, this is where I studied too. I remember the community built some of this, you know, when I was still here. And it's still like this. The structure is still like this. I studied here in the 90s, man. You know, I started school in 1995 here. You know, it's 2023 right now when I'm doing this video. And this is still the same thing that I'm saying here, you know, and it hurts. It really, really, you know, this is the building. This is a government building. As you can see, there's no roof. You know, the roof has come down. You check what I mean. If we go inside, there's computer screens on the floor. You can see that there's computer screens. It's a lot of damage that has happened here. The computers were supposed to be for the kids, but nothing happened. We have tribal people, we have community leaders who wants money from the community, but they do nothing for the community. And when we speak, people are gonna say, it's not speaking right. Why wasn't this taken and stored in a good place? There's books here on the floor. There's all of these things on the floor. So you can see the roof. There's no roof. There's nothing. Lighting structures were left here. The chairs were left. As you can see, there's like goats that are sleeping in here. There's no security. Nothing is happening here. There's still some things that still can be used. I think these are javelin poles. Those are javelin poles for sports. They're just here. There's papers here. Everything was left here. And nobody made it a mission to take this building. So I'm crying to, whoever is watching this video, man, I'm really please, if you can, find us some funds. If you can, help us find some money to take over this school, bring it back to what it's supposed to be. I don't think the damage is that bad that we can't renovate this damage. Get a security, use this as a community center, use these buildings, build some studios, build some, music studios, some film studios. This is where we used to do the assembly. We'll stand here and the teachers will sit here and we'll pray every morning, in the assembly. So there was like 4, if I'm not mistaken, 4 classes. These 4 classes, there's another one. So you can see a lot of damage, guys. This is painful. This is really painful. This is really painful. This is what I'm talking about. When I started the village show, these are things that I wanted to highlight. These things are very important to me. This is books that are just being left here, that we can, as a community, find a place, store the books, not leave the books like this, not leave, accessories that we need, paint brushes. Our kids are at home not doing anything. We could be using these books. We could be using all of these paint brushes, as you can see. Just me going in there. These buildings are not bad. This one is not really bad. As you can see, the ceiling is still intact. Might need a little bit of renovation, not that bad, but the floor is full of books. I'm actually stepping on books. So this is really painful for me, just to you and pointing to you and saying, if you can't help, just provide information. Where can we go and actually get some funds, to take over this building and make it an entertainment center for kids, make it a place where they can come after school and experiment and experience and learn, and we can develop them and develop talent. Not all kids are going to go a certain way. Some kids have talent in certain things. We can even start a community radio station here, so that we can start educating our community, start having a voice for our community. This building, if the government is not using it for a school, I do believe that we can get permission to actually use it as a community center. We just need funds, like I said, to make sure that we set up certain things. I will bring some of my own things. I have a full music studio that I can bring.
Spiru far post iko firange yange nda iwo mupfubi yanda far post ter go rumela one iko be thank you. Yes.
Here, as much as people are stealing some of the things, they don't steal because they don't know what to do with them. We might come back and these cupboards are damaged. There's no roof at the top. I can't go in there. You can see there's some electrical things that have been stolen. If you really look, I'll go on the other side. We need to use this school, but if we need to, the government needs to pay again. And it was cut here. all the way here. This person stole this cable. Community knows who stole the cable.